Hey guys, today we are looking at a microphone to help a microphone that will help you up your audio game, especially if you're a DSLR shooter and you're a content creator, especially for things like YouTube. This very cheap microphone is going to help you get audio that's beyond the audio quality that you hear right now, and it's going to help you do it for about $30 US, give or take, depending on price fluctuations. But today we are looking at the Takstar SGC-598, and we're going to quickly unbox this and go through it, and then I'll give you a sound test of how it stacks up to the Samson Airline Micro wireless lavalier system that I'm using now. Okay, let's hop right into this sort of unboxing, kind of. It is, like I said, it's about $30 on Amazon, and it's an Amazon Prime item too, so that's pretty awesome. Oop, almost threw the box there. So if we open up the box real quick, so the box just swings open, and on the inside here we have manuals, which is really not so much a manual as just a features guide and what you can expect to find. Also, Takstar was kind enough to include this soft felt feeling pouch for your microphone. Piece of foam there. And then below the foam is where we get into the guts of the thing, and that is where you see the microphone, a windscreen, or a pop filter depending on how you look at it, and then there's also some spare shock mounts, some mounts for the shock mount that's used with the microphone in case a couple of yours break. You have those as replacements. From a purely functional standpoint, there are 3 switches here. So there are 3 switches. The one over here is going to be your power switch, on-off. Middle one is a 10 decibel gain switch, which you can up the gain by 10 decibels by just flipping that up. And the last one is a bass sensitivity switch. If you leave that one off, you'll typically pick up more of your surrounding sound. And it may be better for certain types of shooting. It depends. If you're doing like me, you're going to leave that bass sensitivity switch on because it's going to eliminate some of the ambient sounds that you may hear around you. It has the clip for clipping onto the flash mount on any standard DSLR camera, and those little clips that had spares are for the shock mount, which go right there, those tiny little plastic clips. It's not a great shock mount, but it does provide some isolation from the rest of the camera. It has the standard 3.5mm stereo jack for direct input into a DSLR, and on the other side there is a battery door. If I can get to there, it is. And all you gotta do for that is slide off, and it takes one AA battery to power this. And on the back side, if I flip it on, you do have a green indicator light that's going to be green when it's on, and I believe it turns red when it has a low battery, so that you do have some indication. However, since that light is on the back, which I would have liked to see it on the front, since that light is on the back, you have to walk behind your camera to see that, but it is nice that they did include some sort of battery indication light. Okay, so now we just switched over to the Takstar shotgun mic sitting on top of the DSLR camera. And I will note that this is post-processed, the audio that you're hearing right now from the Takstar unit, and that includes amplifying, eliminating a little bit of noise that is sort of there, which is sort of inherent with any audio solution that you're going to see. It's always a good idea to do post-processing, if at all possible. So this is sort of your post-processed sample. So now I'm going to hop back over to the Samson Airline Micro system. And I'm going to leave that audio completely untouched so you can hear a sample of that unprocessed, and then we're going to jump again back to the shotgun microphone system that we're using now, and I'm going to leave that unprocessed as well so you can get a feel for both systems without any sort of post-processing after the fact. This audio is from the Samson Airline Micro lavalier wireless system that I used in previous videos, and I'm just going to sort of talk for a minute. so you can sort of get a reference point on what this sounds like, and then we'll switch back over to the shotgun mic from Takstar. And right now, you're probably hearing just an overall different sound signature from my voice than you hear from the Takstar. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this unprocessed, as well as the next clip from the Takstar unprocessed, so you can sort of see where the start of the video was using post-processing to clean up some of the audio. This is very normal and ambient, and I'll just give you some silence so you can sort of hear a little bit of a hiss from the Samson if you listen carefully. Okay, let's go to some unprocessed audio from the Takstar unit. Okay, and again, this is from the Takstar unit, and this is completely unprocessed in any way as far as a post-processing manner. I will note that I do have the 10 decibel boost switch enabled on the Takstar right now, and that's just sort of to give it a little bit more gain, because I am sitting about probably about 3 feet away from the camera right now. So I'm going to go ahead and be quiet and give you a little bit of sample of completely ambient noise so you can sort of get a feel for what's going on around me and sort of hear any sort of hiss that may exist in the audio. Okay, so that's really it from the Takstar SGC-598 shotgun microphone for DSLR shooters. If you are a DSLR shooter and you're a content creator on things like YouTube, or maybe you upload videos elsewhere, whether it be Facebook, you like to do little Twitter videos, whatever the case may be, it's a great unit for shooting audio that is in front of the camera. Now, it's not good audio if you're behind the camera. It's not a good idea to use a shotgun camera, or a shotgun microphone rather, for that. However, for $30, I really feel like this audio is really hard to beat, considering I'm wearing a $250-ish wireless lavalier microphone system right now. And by the way, it's not currently on, even though I did leave the lavalier mic there. But I believe that this outperforms the Samson system significantly. Now, there are still uses for lavalier systems that outperform shotgun microphone systems, because lavalier mics are going to only pick up what's in very, very close proximity. It's not going to pick up something across the room, whereas a shotgun mic, if it's pointed towards across the room, it's going to pick up what's across the room. Also, another thing to note before you rush out and buy it is I sit fairly close to my camera because my lens is a kit lens, but it's an 18 to 55 millimeter Canon lens. So that means I typically sit within about, or stand within about 3 feet of the camera. Shotgun microphone audio does decay fairly rapidly as you move further away from it. So if you're somebody that's doing a lot of shooting from across the room, then it's probably not the microphone for you. But if you're looking for a microphone that is good for that short distance range that a lot of YouTubers use, then it provides really great audio for a super cheap price tag. If you're interested in any way in buying it, the Amazon link is down below, and that is an affiliate link, so that does help me out a lot. With all that being said, if you like this type of video and you like checking out all the equipment that I get brought into my, I'll call it a studio, for me to use in my day-to-day production, then go ahead and give me a like down below. Also, give me that subscribe down below, because those numbers help me out a lot. If you have comments or anything like that, you can leave them down below, just like the likes and shares and subscribes and all that good stuff. And you can follow me on Twitter at Hoosier Hardware. I'm Shane. I will see you in the next video.